This is just for fun. I got this Jacqueline lip lacquer and gumdrop. Oh yeah. Oh, it's like a really good dessert smell. Maybe like a red velvet cake almost. Uh-huh. Yes, Jacqueline. Yes. Ooh, who is she? She's fancy. Ooh, look at that shine. I don't know if I could be an a makeup person. I just get too excited. They're all like cool and like, and I'm like, ooh, you see the shine? Send help. Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amber, and if you're watching this, you're probably here to celebrate with me my 1K Q&A. We hit 1,000 subscribers, and I'm so excited. I thought while I did this Q&A, it'd be a good time to do my makeup, a little get ready with me. One thing that I know I struggle with when I am heavier and I'm not exactly where I want to be physically, it can also be hard to take the time to do my makeup and my hair, but then it only compounds the problem where it's like I don't like the way my body looks, so I buy cheap clothes, and then I don't like the way the clothes look, and then what's the point in doing my hair and makeup? And it just makes the problem worse. You're beautiful just as you are, and you have the right to feel beautiful just as you are. So grab your makeup, let's get ready together. Let's prioritize doing things that make us feel good about ourselves, make us feel like we're pretty. I love makeup, so I just thought this would be fun. Keep in mind, I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a physical trainer, I'm not a makeup artist or an esthetician. These are just questions I have been asked, and I'm here to answer them. This is for fun, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm gonna get started off by putting on my foundation, which is this Rare Beauty. I am a shade 130 in. I am really loving this stuff. I'm gonna put a little clip in my hair to get this out of my way. So majority of the questions were definitely, how much have you lost on Weight Watchers? How long have you been doing Weight Watchers? What's your heaviest weight? What was your starting weight? Basically a lot on how much I weigh and the timeline it's taken me to lose weight. So I'm gonna give you a little backstory as I do my foundation, because it's all relevant to questions I have been questions that I've been asked. Before I put this foundation on, I've already conquered leg day, and then I've washed my face and then put on some moisturizer and some sunscreen. Don't forget your sunscreen. So I have done Weight Watchers in the past. It was Weight Watchers at the time, not WW. And I had some success. I lost 35 pounds in a year. It was 1 year after I had my daughter. But I felt like it wasn't fast enough, and I was getting into clean eating at that time. It's like when clean eating kind of took off, and I started doing that, and then that kind of phased into these bikini challenges where super clean eating, and which is why you're never gonna hear me tote clean eating, by the way. I ate so low calories that it really destroyed my metabolism. I got down to 142 pounds. I'm 5'5", by the way. But pretty much immediately started gaining weight again, and was never really able to get back down to that size. So most of my adult life, I've been in between 150 and 175. I've been a little chubby, but not morbidly obese, basically. But when I hit a spot where I was tracking my macros, because I was really concerned with my protein, I was working out, and I was eating 1,500 calories a day. I was gaining weight, and it was just kind of like enough's enough, and I stopped. I decided to go all in with intuitive eating. I was watching Abby Sharp, who is a dietitian on YouTube, and she was talking about intuitive eating and had mentioned this book. So I bought it, I read it. It's pretty boring, I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's full of good information, and I did that for a year. I went from 190 pounds at the time. I was gaining weight at 1,500 calories. Did that for a year, went up to 220, which was my heaviest weight I've ever been. And then you saw, if you saw my what I eat in a day on Saturday, you saw a picture from me at Disney World. I was 220 at that picture in my mini shirt. And now I am 187.8. So how I got there basically was from Disney. That had been a year going all in. I knew I felt really good with my relationship with food, and I wanted to get started on something. I was very uncomfortable. I had a lot of joint pain, depression, social anxiety, acid reflux, lots and lots of things that were just really uncomfortable in my body with it being that heavy. And I knew I wanted to start something, so I started counting calories. I'm gonna put on this. This is Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is almost out, and I'm gonna get NARS because I tried it on at Sephora and it was gorgeous. I knew I wanted to try something, but I was really scared to damage my metabolism. So what I was doing, and that's what I was doing when I started my YouTube channel, was eating about 1,700 calories a week for 3 weeks, and then going up to 1900 to 2,000 calories for 1 week. So I was kind of rotating back and forth. That way my metabolism never kind of shut down to that lower, or adapted to the lower calorie amount. I lost 14 pounds from January to the end of May when I started doing that. And then I started Weight Watchers. I was losing a little too slow doing it that way, which if I were closer to my goal, I would have been fine losing it at that pace. However, I was still super uncomfortable in my body. I was really, really struggling with joint pain and fatigue, and I didn't want to be carrying around that weight any longer. And I really wanted to get at least some of it off to feel more comfortable a little quicker. And I remembered having success on WW. My mom and sister did as well. Unfortunately, we all stopped, and I had thought, like, what if we hadn't stopped? What if we hadn't gone to something that damaged our metabolism even more and just stuck with Weight Watchers? So I decided, what the heck? What do I have to lose? I'm going to join WW. I also thought it was a good opportunity because I already had this YouTube channel of sharing really just what I still preach to this day, which is focusing on your healthy habits and letting that be the bedrock of your weight loss. Healthy habits over weight loss. Every day I'm going to focus on my health before I focus on losing weight. And that's how it has to be for me to have a good relationship with food, for me to feel good in my body, for a lot of mental components. The mental part of weight loss is so much more than what people think. People think it's about eating less food. It's not. It's about the mental part, 100%. And if you have been struggling with your weight, you probably get that. You understand exactly what I'm talking about. So I started Weight Watchers on May 30th. I actually have my little weight chart here where you can see my first weight was May 30th. I think I was 206 at the time. So that was 4 months ago. I've lost 18.2 pounds on Weight Watchers in 4 months, which averages out about a pound a week. Now you can see on my chart here that it is not a complete downward slope. I will lose 3 pounds, then go up half a pound, then go back down 2 pounds, then stay at that weight for a couple weeks, and then drop down for another 2 pounds. It's really it's a gradual chart going this way where it's kind of like this. But it still has that downward angle, but it's not all just a downward slope, guys. That's not how weight loss works. Because it's a scale, it's an imperfect tool. If you are bloated, if you ate too much sodium, if you're about to start your period, if you worked out the day before, all these things can affect the number on the scale. That doesn't mean you've gained fat. It just means the number on the scale is bigger. So I really also like to focus on my inches lost. And that has been consistently going down every single month, especially now that I'm lifting weight, I'm setting my under eye with just some HD powder by e.l.f. Since I've been lifting weights, my weight loss has stalled a lot over the last 7 weeks as I've been switching to this new phase of my journey. But my inches have been steadily still going down. Even though my weight loss has stalled, my fat loss has not. I'm still losing inches. So I have a question on like how to stay motivated when the scale isn't going down. I'll get to that here in a little bit, but I want to make sure so the starting weight was 220. That was my heaviest weight. It's been this year that I've lost 32 pounds. 14 of that was on my own. I did that from January to the end of May. At the very end of May, literally May 30th, decided to join Weight Watchers, and I've been doing that ever since. I lost 18.2 pounds on the Weight Watchers, and I'm feeling great. The only gripe I have with WW is I don't think it's enough calories for most people. I think most people don't eat in a way where they're gonna get enough calories. So my only request to you is to make sure you're eating plenty of your 0-point foods, as well as eating your weeklies and your activity points if you earned any, because girl, you need some calories. I like to bronze my face and do my blush before my eyes because I have different blushes that I like, and sometimes I'm feeling one particular blush and then it helps me decide on my eyelid mood. Does that make sense? If it doesn't, it makes sense to me, and that's all that matters. I'm gonna use this Hula here. I have this little travel size, which I love. Give my face a little shape. I have a round face naturally. Even when I'm thinner, my face is very round. So add that to being overweight and have a round face. Girl, need some help, okay? I need some dimension in my face. So I'm gonna fake it with some bronzer. So I hope that answered the questions for the WW. As far as someone asked how I stay motivated when I don't see results on the scale. And for that, that's why I preach over and over and over again, build a lifestyle you love. Find vegetables that you actually like to put in your rotation. Find a workout that you actually like. Oh, y'all, why did y'all not tell me that I did not finish blending that out? I thought we were friends, guys. Okay, so find a type of workout you actually like, whether that's yoga, running. I love lifting weights. I do it. I don't ever work out as a reason to lose weight. Working out is not about weight loss to me. Working out is about feeling strong, feeling good in my body, getting the endorphins, keeping my body mobile, and keeping endurance. All the things that, like, you don't want to be an older version of yourself and lose all your mobility, lose all your strength. Like, no, you want, like, just because you're older doesn't mean you have to have a crappy quality of life. And a lot of that will be based on decisions you make as a younger person. So I'm trying to kind of recognize places that I have not focused and done well for myself, and put effort into those places. So that would be, working out for me is one of those things. Once you really get on a schedule and keep doing it, it feels so good to work out. Like, I missed going to the gym when I was sick. It's not something I do for weight loss. It's something I do for mental health and strength and many other things. And as far as eating well, it's the same. I have a lot of you ladies who are mature. Hopefully you can spread some wisdom down here in the comments for us. Like I know, at almost 35 years old, it makes a difference what you eat. When you're 25, not really. You can kind of get away with eating like crap and feel fine. When you're in your 30s and up, there ain't no more eating like crap and feeling good. No, you feel like crap too. I eat healthy because I want to feel good. I work out because I want to feel good. I'm building a healthy lifestyle that I truly love, that I want to stick with for the rest of my life. So if I don't lose weight, I still feel healthy and happy. And that's my goal, not just weight loss. Getting weight loss as a side effect of my healthy habits, that's what I'm going for. So it's been a really big mental shift since going all in. It's really helped me kind of create a healthier balance where it's not all about restriction. It's not all about like, I want to lose weight as fast as I can and I'll deal with the consequences later, because every time I've done that, I've gained it back. So I'm trying to get there slowly and happily, and that's how I deal with when I don't lose weight. It's okay. Number one, if it's just weight on the scale, that doesn't really mean a lot. It could just mean you're swollen this week. I have been losing inches even when I don't lose weight. But if I wasn't losing inches, like, do I feel better? I don't have acid reflux anymore. I don't have depression anymore. I don't have social anxiety anymore. I can wear my wedding ring now, and I could not when I was heavier. I feel like a much better, happier version of myself. And it isn't because I've lost weight. That's a part of it, but it's not the whole thing. So why would I let that one piece ruin all the good I feel when it isn't? It's not everything, you know? That's my 2 cents about that. Someone asked, do you cook for your family? Now, that's how it was worded. So what I think that means is, does your family eat the same food that you eat, or do you cook something different for your family than for what you eat? I'm assuming that's what that means. So if it's your question and you ask that, clarify down below if that's not what you meant. But yes, I cook for my family. My daughter is 9 and she's not very good at eating what we eat. So normally I'll have to add something to the side that I know she likes, that if she needs to fill up on that one food, then that's what she does, but she gets exposure to the healthier food. My husband eats what I eat. He just eats a larger portion, and I might have to add something to the side for him too. Like sometimes I'll do garlic toast or instant potatoes, something quick that I can add to the side if he needs it. But most of the time he just eats what I eat. Unless it's lunch, he just goes out for lunch instead of me packing his lunch, which has been, you know, a nice little break for me. I'm getting over being sick, so I'm having to drink a lot of water because my throat keeps wanting to dry out. I'm using this Morphe stick. It's Perk Up Lip and Cheek Color in Rosy Wishes. It is so good, y'all. The little color here. I like to put it like pretty far back so that your eye is drawn up and back on my face. Because like I said, I have a very round face. This was on sale for like $7.50, I think. And I'm loving it. Look how pretty that color is. It's just like a perfect neutral color. Yes, I love it. And then I just set it with some dry blush. I'm gonna use the California and for Benefit, but I also love this Bobbi Brown. They're pretty similar in color, honestly. This one, it's horrible how it looks in that thing because I'm messy, sorry. But it's a really pretty blush. I like when I don't want to do contour or anything like that, I use the Bobbi Brown and just smear it all over and it looks great. This is just basically because I have oily skin. So if I have a cream product, I really need to set it with some kind of powder. So that's the only reason I'm doing this. My husband is turning 40 this year, and he's turning 40 in December. I'm turning 35, and he has definitely noticed that when he eats like crap, he feels like crap. So I don't have a problem with him eating healthy with me because he's doing it for his own health. He also joined the gym as well, and we work out together. He is my #1 champion, my #1 fan. Couldn't do without him. We actually just celebrated 13 years married yesterday, and we've been together for 15 years. So I got married when I was 21. Little young buck. I just dropped my brush. I literally started tearing up talking about my husband. It's not good when you have to do eyes next. Okay. Then someone said, 0 point foods, they're 0 points, but they're not 0 calories. Are you basically afraid of overeating your 0 points? How do you make sure you don't overeat your 0 point foods? And this person in particular said that they're a volume eater. Basically, they could eat volume, like a ton of volume and not feel full. So for me, I don't have that problem, particularly because I did that all in where I really learned my hunger cues and my fullness cues. They're both really important. So when I am full, comfortably so, where no, I don't want any more food, but I'm not like yet hurting or anything like that, where I don't have any kind of discomfort in my stomach. When I get to that point, I stop eating. Doesn't matter how delicious it is, I stop, because if I don't stop, I feel very, very uncomfortable, and it's just not worth it to me. I can always put it in the fridge, and if I want more later when I'm hungry, I can eat more later when I'm hungry. It's not going anywhere. It's not worth a stomach ache. So I don't have that problem, and I think most people on WW wouldn't have that problem overeating their 0 point foods because WW is pretty low on calories. Like I said earlier, they take out daily points for every 0 point food you have. They assume you're going to eat a certain amount of each 0 point food. So it's not like every person gets 35 daily points, plus you can pick however many 0 point foods. Instead, it would be like, okay, you might start out at 35 if you had no 0 point foods, but with each 0 point food you choose, you get less and less daily points, which is why I really say think about what you actually eat and not about what you wish you would eat, because what you actually eat is what matters, because you are spending daily points on those foods regardless if you're using them or not. So I have taken my 0 point foods all the way down towards fruits, green vegetables, potatoes, and then the chicken turkey combo. That's my 0 point foods. I do not have a problem overeating any of these. They say a potato serving is half a cup. Sometimes I eat more than that, but it's never so much that I eat enough to like have weight loss be an issue. I think we're probably not eating enough 0 point foods, and we're probably not eating enough calories in general on WW. I don't think this person's on WW because they were also mentioning calories. If you are having a problem where you can no longer feel your hunger cues or your fullness cues, you are the exact kind of candidate I would recommend maybe thinking about doing that intuitive eating for, because it helps you regain that. But some people just like having big meals where they'd rather eat 2 giant meals twice a day. I'm the complete opposite. I can't eat a lot of volume at one time, so I'd rather have 4 or 5 smaller meals broken up throughout the day versus some really big meals, just because I feel very uncomfortable. But if you are one of those people who like a really high volume food, I would suggest most of the volume coming from vegetables, because they're really low in calories. They're also really good for you. You could eat 6 cups of broccoli and it'd be like 200 calories or something crazy low. So you're not going to be able to eat enough to gain weight on a lot of vegetables. And I'd also recommend things that are high in fiber. Vegetables are high in fiber, but when you do have carbs, have things like sweet potatoes or brown rice, something that's going to give you good fiber and then also protein. Pairing that healthy fat, protein, and fiber together are going to give you what Abby Sharp calls a hunger crushing combo. And that's something I really recommend if you struggle with finding your fullness cues. Now we're going to play with my new Morphe palette. I found this when we went to Frisco. Morphe was having a sale. I got this bad boy for like $10 because they had it on sale plus an additional 40% off. It is so pretty. I'm in love. I've used a lot of these like orange colors. I've used the purple colors. I've used these coral colors. I cannot wait to try the greens. I'm not gonna do it today because I haven't played with it. So today we're gonna create a fall look with these like purpley colors and these like deep colors plus some golds. I love makeup, and this is like hitting my fantasy of being a makeup influencer. This is the closest thing I'm gonna get to. I'm gonna start off with Adobe to blend it into my crease because this is close to my skin color, and I'm gonna do purple and stuff, so I want this area to be neutral. So I'm gonna put down this base while we talk about the next thing. The next question was, do you have red foods, or what are they? And basically a food that once you have, you can't stop eating. And if you have them, what have you used to like substitute for them? That was a really like weird way of asking that question. I'm sorry. The lady who asked did a much better job. Yes, I do. I used to have a lot before going all in, but with me healing my relationship with food, I don't have many, because now it's like, again, I don't want a stomach ache. So I'll just stop eating when I'm full. I don't tell myself I can't have it, because that's the fastest way to cause a binge, is by restricting. And even if you aren't restricting calories that much, where you're still eating enough calories, but you're restrictive in your mindset, where there are a lot of things you're like, I can't have that, I can't have that, I can't have that. I could still trigger a binge just because your mindset is so restrictive. So if I really, really want something, I'll just I'll have it, and I'll pull out a serving size or however much I want, and I'll put it away and then combine it with something else. So like for instance, if I want Cheetos, I will weigh out a serving of Cheetos and track them. And then on the side, I'll cut up an apple and have peanut butter. So I have a very filling snack that I wouldn't have had. One serving of Cheetos is not filling, but because I add the apple and stuff, it is filling. But I also hit my craving because I actually had the Cheetos. Or if I just try to replace Cheetos with an apple, girl, I'd still be wanting Cheetos at the end of the day. And even if you do something else that is like cheese-like, you might still want Cheetos at the end. So I don't do a lot of swaps. I'll just eat what I want and just be okay with having less of it. Unless it's a Rice Krispie, because those suckers, I can eat an entire box of like 16 Rice Krispies and then wish I had a second box. I don't know what it is. Those things, they're freaking addictive. So no Rice Krispies in my house. And the little powdered donuts that like come in the bag, I don't even like them that much. That's what's sad. Like if you actually eat them, they don't really taste that good. But if I have one, half the bag's gone. And that's if I'm like on good behavior. So can't do those either. I'm gonna go into hottest ever here, this like rich, lovely brown. Now I will have real donuts from time to time, but what I will do is basically just get a count, like how many do you want? How many do you want? How many do you want? And I'll get myself one plus, like if I want a kolache or something, and I get the exact amount of donuts that everyone wants, so there's not extra sitting in the house. Because if there's extra in the house, I'm gonna eat it. So if there's no extra, you eat your donut and you're happy and you're done. Like you don't have another choice unless you actually feel like putting your shoes and clothes back on to go back out because you know you came back and put your PJs back on. Or is that just me? So that's how I handle donuts, but I just can't do Rice Krispies, y'all. Now, for as far as substitute, I didn't really think about it, but I love the popcorners. That's what it is, kettle corn popcorners. I guess that could be a Rice Krispie substitute. I don't know if I knew that that's what I was doing, but I really gravitate to those flavors, so maybe that's my dupe for it. I can eat a serving of those. They're like sweet and salty and delicious. So yeah, I can eat one serving and be done with that. My main thing is I eat throughout the day. So if I'm overly hungry at any point, you know that point where you're kind of hungry, but you don't really feel like getting up to get food? That's the moment. That's the moment you need to get up, because if you don't, you're gonna wait just a little too long and then you're gonna binge because you waited too long to eat, you got too hungry, and so you want something quick. And so what's quick? It's all the processed junk that just makes us want more and more. If you have a serving of chips and that's it, that is not enough to fill you up and you're just gonna want more. Is it just me? I don't think it's just me. There's too many of you out there that are subscribed for me to think it's just me. I'm just putting more of that skin tone color on just to blend that out of it. If you've been here, you know that I've written out my notes and they're color coded. So favorite products, we're getting to that next or soon. We already talked about staying motivated. Stay tuned to the end and you'll see a tutorial on how to change your 0 point foods, as well as how to go straight to scanning a food from the home screen. I cannot tell you how many times I've been so annoyed, like in the grocery store, trying to open the app and it won't load. Finally, like, add food. Oh, now I get to go to the scanner. Hey, we can do it straight from the home screen. I'll show you how here in a bit. Let me make sure I'm not missing out on anything. Oh yeah, how do you know what to do at the gym? This is a fun question. First off, I have worked out lots of different times in my life. I'm not new to working out. So just experience in general. I've worked out with trainers. I've worked out without trainers. Just had enough experience to where I feel comfortable and confident in the gym. Confidence, that might be too bold of a word. Now I'm gonna put rich clay. That's really pretty. Am I? Yeah, I am. Rich clay, I'm gonna put it on the inner and outer corners of my eye. So because I feel confident in working out, I understand what my body kind of likes to do. Like if I'm working out my legs, I understand what a lot of like the names of the workouts are. and ones that I enjoy, ones that I don't enjoy, things like that. But I will link a website down below, because when I used to go to the gym, unless it was with a trainer, I'd go and be like, this is arm day, and I'd just like pick some random machines and random weights for that day, and that's what I would do that day for arm day. And there wasn't a lot of like scheduling and rhyme and reason in it, and I think that really hurt me in the long run, and why I probably didn't see as many results as I could have, because now I have done some research and I decided what my split days were, which is basically, hey, how many days are you gonna go work out, and then what body part are you gonna work out when you're there? So go to that website. I have linked below if this is your question. Drink break. That's such a pretty color. So below I linked an article. This is what helped me decide how to create my split, where how many days are you gonna go to the gym and what are you gonna do when you're at the gym. So for me, I knew I wanted to go 3, 2, hey buddy, do you mind? Thank you. I knew I wanted to go to 3 to 4 days a week, and my goal is gonna get to 2 upper body, 2 lower body days. I'm gonna start that this week. I've been working out for 7 weeks now. I was too sore at the beginning to do 2 leg days. Now I think I can get there without being overly sore. The article kind of walks you through different scenarios. Like if you're a person who would rather go 5 days a week, but you only want to work out for 30 minutes, that's going to affect how you split up your workouts. Because I'd rather go 3 to 4 days a week and just stay for as long as it takes, that affected how I want to split up my gym time. If you're a guy, you probably want more upper body days where you're really focusing on your upper body strength, because guys normally like having like a big chest and back and shoulders and arms, where women, we like the juicy booty. So as a woman, I'm going to try to make sure I'm working out my legs and butt twice a week. Now that I can handle it, you have to step your way up there. And once you decide what you're working out on, however many days you're going, you're going to create a note in your phone, okay? That article gave you good suggestions on how to split up your days. I'm doing a pull day, a push day, and hopefully 2 leg days. Right now it's been 1 leg day. So my push days, think about doing a push up. That's your chest, your shoulders, your tricep. And on pull day, I'm focusing on my back and my biceps, and then a little bit of abs. And then I have my leg day. It will give you suggestions on different moves you can do for those days, but really just pick a couple from each body part that you feel comfortable doing, especially if you have a gym membership. Kind of walk around the gym, see what machines look good, see maybe some that are out of the middle of the room over to the corner if you are insecure about it. And then you're going to create a note. So I have one note that says push day. I have all the different exercises I want to do on push day. And then I have like the date where each time I go do it, I will put what weight I did for that workout. Your goal is going to be, at least from the research I did and for what my goals are, the goal is going to be to get to 8 to 12 repetitions, like how many times you've pushed the weight up. And by the time you're getting like the last 3, 2, like you're really feeling it, you have probably enough in the tank to do 1 more with proper form, but that's it. And it takes time to find what that weight is for you. And that weight will be changing over time if you are able to grow muscle. Hopefully you're eating enough calories, because it takes calories to do that. So take the first couple times to find out what is good. Write a note. Like if you got to 12 on your 3rd set and you're still like, it's not really hard, then write a note. Next time go up, and then go up in your weight for the next time. And then keep a log of that. Every time I go, I put in there what I do. Like I'm doing the exact same push day every single time. I'm not going in there and saying, how do I feel today? Every once in a while, I'll change it up, because like if a machine is busy and like I can never find a way in, and I'll just substitute a different workout for that same body part. But for the most part, I try to stay to that list, and that way I can really see the measurement of, okay, I started off doing 10 pounds, and then after 12 weeks, in 12 weeks, I will come up with a new plan for myself. In 12 weeks, I was able to, do 10 pounds more than I was when I started. It gives you a clear look at the strength you're able to build, but it also gives you a clear and concise directions basically when you go there, because you can go ahead and look on Google or on YouTube proper form for each of those workouts that you want to do. That way, you know, you're not going to hurt yourself. Proper form is number one in making sure that you gain muscle. If you're doing something without proper form, chances are you're probably going to hurt yourself and you're probably going to really slow down your gains. So make sure you're doing proper form. I prefer time under tension, where I'm going quite slow. Just focus on using just that muscle, just your bicep, really taking time going up, squeezing at the top, time going down. It's going to get you better results in my opinion. It's going to keep you from getting hurt, but it's also going to keep you at a lower weight. It's a lot easier to bang out heavier weights if you're using momentum from your body. Leave your pride at the door when it comes to the gym. It's not about the number that you're hitting. No one else cares how many pounds you can do for a bicep curl, okay? It's about building strength, building a good foundation. So stop being concerned with, well, someone else does this number. Who cares, okay? Who cares? I also like to follow some women who are weight trainers. Whitney Simmons used to post a lot of stuff on YouTube. She's still over there on Instagram now. I'm going to do under the palms here, this pretty gold one. I'm just gonna use my finger to tap it right in the middle. And then she's from a different country. I can't remember. Chrissy Celia? I can't remember. There's two other people. Here are their names, so I don't butcher them. I like them. If you're a man, then I'm sure there's so many guys out there that can teach you proper form. But those are the ladies that I like to watch. They show you good form, workout ideas, just keep me motivated in general. I really like watching them. Now, last but not least, I'm gonna add some light linen to the top of my eyebrows and then go in with the sparkly version just right in the arches here, because I'm so pale that the whitest color is what I have to use, speed cut, to match my skin, because girl, I am pasty. All right, I rarely ever wear actual eyeliner. I like to just pick one of the darker colors and smudge it along my eyelash line. It's just easier for me and I don't have to fuss with it. So I'm gonna use Plant Zaddy. Yeah, Plant Zaddy. Like a play on Plant Daddy, I guess. Just gonna take it right here. Push it into my eyelash line. I will say, if you are starting to work out, be aware that there is a good chance that your weight loss is going to slow down. And I don't really mean your weight loss, I mean the number on the scale. Mine has only gone down 3.5 pounds, I think, since August, because I am lifting weights and doing things like that. I also think it's because I needed to up my calories. I don't think I was eating quite enough with adding working out. So that's something I ate more this week, and I lost this week. I lost 1.6 pounds. Today is my weigh-in day. So I lost 1.6 pounds this week. On the week I ate more. So let that be a little lesson for you. But do your inches, because there is a good chance that you are losing inches. You're just not losing on the scale. So don't let it deter you. Remember why you're doing it. Remember it's for your overall health and not just about losing quick weight. And don't let it discourage you when all of a sudden you're doing a lot of hard work and the scale stops moving, because that is absolutely a normal part of it. A lot of people I know have that same problem where they start working out and that number just stops. Now it does normally eventually cut. I hope my finally kind of caught up, because it does eventually budge, but it just takes a little more persistence to get there. But I'm telling you, I have lost so many inches because I'm working out that I wouldn't have lost if I wasn't working out. So it kind of blends this whole area out. All right, we're about to get into a tutorial. I'm gonna do my eyebrows and my mascara. And while I'm gone, you're gonna watch a tutorial on how to your 0 point foods. We're gonna go into the app and go up to that top right on your picture, and then you're gonna click the wheel in the top right and go to food settings and then 0 point food settings. This is gonna let us retake that test. You're going to answer honestly because this really determines on what your 0 point foods are. You don't want to give up points every day for things you're not eating. So, no, I don't have diabetes. I don't have to worry about that. If you do, click yes, because I don't know what kind of suggestions they're going to give you. If you never eat fruit, don't hit that you eat fruit most days because you want to impress the app. Be realistic, be honest, so it can give you honest recommendations. I pick some days. I eat it most days, but I wanted to see if it changed my recommendation. It did not. And this still is just giving you information. It's not determining your 0 point foods. That one comes with the next question. Here are the questions that really matter. This is you picking your 0 point foods. Pick foods you eat 4 times a week or more. I eat chicken at least 4 times a week. Potatoes, I eat at least 4 times a week. Oatmeal, I eat probably every other week. It's not worth me giving points up every day. It's smarter for me just to give points when I want oatmeal. So make sure you're choosing things you're eating at least 4 times a week. If you're just seeing what your options are and you really don't like the new list it gave you, scroll down and hit actually I won't change them, and this will keep your points exactly as they were. You don't have to worry about retaking it. Now let's open our scanner from the home screen. We're going to click on the WW app and hold it down until it pops up this menu. And then we're going to hit scan a barcode. Once you hit that, it's going to immediately pop up the barcode scanner. No more 3-step process when you're in the grocery store wondering how many points something is. Okay, I got the lighting kind of back to normal now that we're done with the makeup light. But I do need to do my lips. I normally do a setting spray before my mascara. I forgot. And also the camera really washes you out. So this is quite a bold look in person where it looks pretty good on camera. So actually I'm gonna start doing my makeup bolder because I have noticed I look quite washed out whenever I film. So we're about to get into my favorites. This is one of them. This is Totally Toffee by Maybelline Color Sensational. This is my favorite lip liner because I feel like honestly I can put it with any lipstick, because it's just like a darker version of my skin, or like my lips. And then I overline just right there. And then I like to do a little bit of shading with my lip liner just in the corners. So I'm gonna put my lighter color here in the middle. It just gives a little bit more of a 3D effect. And then the color I normally put with it is Native Cream by Urban Decay. I don't know if cream is the line of lipstick or if that's a part of the word. This is what happens when your daughter starts playing with your makeup and then puts the lid back on with it like cranked up. Kids, man. So don't ever take it like all the way out, because I want the color out there to be that lip liner. Just gives you a little bit more of like a 3D nude lip look, in my opinion. Get you closer. What do you think? Can we be a makeup influencer? Yes. Got weird. I don't know what happened there. So now on to my thing I'm most excited about, because these are things I never ever talk about on the channel, which are my favorite things. And I got lots of favorite things, girl. So it wasn't specific where if it was like a certain category, like favorite things for weight loss or just favorite things in general. So I'm going to say favorite things in general because that sounds like a fun time. First off, as I'm cleaning up here, I want to, while we're in the makeup realm, my favorite mascara is this, but it's the Bad Gal Bang. This stuff is awesome. It's not what I'm wearing just because I haven't opened this. And I've been trying out this Princess Lash, which, y'all, this mascara is like $3.99. That's a darn good mascara for $3.99. So I just wanted to give it a try, but this is still my favorite. And I will be opening it. And then my favorite, just palette in general, this one is becoming a favorite. But I've literally only tried it a few times, so, you know, we're not there yet. But I think it blends out truly beautifully, and the color payout is great. So I really do love that product. But this is like 99%. If you see me with makeup, I have this in my eyes. It is great for travel because you have so many different neutral colors, but if you want to put a little pizzazz in there with some coral, you can. I like it because it has cool tone and warm tone. I love this sucker. This is my favorite neutral this is my favorite neutral eyeshadow palette. Now, there are plenty out there that I've never tried that I'm sure I would love, but this is the one I have tried and loved. Kind of in the same realm, skincare is a big deal. Makeup's a band-aid for your skin, especially if you need a bunch of concealer because you have a bunch of acne and stuff like that. So I really like to focus on my skincare. I love the brand Naturium. Do I have something here? Yeah, I have. So that's Susan Yara, if you don't know. She has a YouTube channel. Basically, her website has a recipe or a routine builder that you can tell them about your skin type, your age, what goals you have for your skin, and it will say, okay, we recommend these products for the morning, these products for the afternoon. I did that and got the best skin of my life. I have run out of some of that stuff, so I've kind of patched it with things like Ordinary because it's cheap and it's here in town, where I'd have to either order or go out of town for a Target for where I live right now. So I need to redo it, but I recommend doing that because the skin was amazing. If you have oily skin or combination skin like me, niacinamide, so good. This really helps change my skin. This makes me have normal skin versus oily skin, where as soon as I stop using it, back to oily skin. And if you're over 25, I hope you have a retinol in your skincare at night. Just saying. And last, well, not last, I got two more beauty-esque things. Since starting YouTube, I like wearing nails. I never did this before because I had a bakery out of my house. So I just had really short nails that were not polished. But now that I'm on YouTube, and I feel like it's very distracting to have ugly nails while you're chopping vegetables. I just feel like it is. So now I do have nails. But I don't have the budget to go get $60 nails, you know, every other week. That's crazy town. So I like to just do them myself. This Impress by Kiss is my favorite for longevity. That's what I'm wearing today. I can get a week and a half out of these easily, and then up to 2 weeks if I don't mind popping one on with glue. I always have extra glue at the house. And then the Dashing Diva, I feel like is super cute. They have really cute designs, but these suckers are popping off by like day 2 or 3. So you best have glue on hand. But if you had like a weekend event where you want a really cute design and you don't mind them popping off quickly after that, these are really, really cute. And then I cannot live without dry shampoo because I only wash my hair twice a week. I have very oily skin and hair and stuff. So if I try to wash more than that, my hair, like literally within 12 hours, will be an oil slick if I start washing it every day. So I have to spread out washing it so it doesn't start overproducing oil. It sounds counterintuitive, but for some reason, that's just how it is. So I love the Batiste brand of dry shampoo because I have really oily skin, and this really does the best absorbing. I like all their scents. I really like their volumizing one. And if you're a lady with dark hair, they have one for brunettes that have like, you know, like a brownish hue. So it's not like this white cast right on your roots. I don't have a problem with it, but if you had really dark hair, you would. So this is my favorite for if you're super oily. Now this was a gift and I love the way it smells. And if you just need a refresh, but you don't have a ton of oil, I would recommend this one. It smells amazing. And it does give your hair a beautiful look. It just doesn't do enough oil absorption for my needs. Now let's get into some food. I don't have a ton of stuff just because you see what I eat all the time. But this Nuts and More, I need to get more flavors. I'm obsessed with this birthday cake. Pretty much if it's butter or if it's peanut butter, I love it. But there's a cookie dough I'm looking for, or cookies and cream, something with cookies that I'm looking for and I can't find. The only one I can find is like a toffee or caramel. And I'm not a huge caramel person. Sorry, I'm reaching. I love these guys, LACQUER, the pancake flavor. It's 6 points for 4 cups, worth every freaking bite. I love this stuff. For working out, I love BCAAs. It helps with my just not being as sore. I like this brand in this flavor. It's like a peachy tropical. It's fun in the sun. It is by PMD. We're almost out and I will be getting more. And then at the same time for just workout purposes, these are really expensive, but they are so good. So if I'm on the go, like if I have to go somewhere right after the gym, I'll pack one of these in a lunchbox with some ice packs. That way it stays cold. And this fruity cereal is my favorite. It tastes exactly like Fruity Pebbles to me. I did forget one thing. My favorite way to get my makeup off is this Clean It Zero one. And this is the light scent. It has like a very nice scent, but it's very light. Where I've heard that the other one can be really overpowering. But this is a balm where you rub it into it starts off like thick and you rub it into your hand. It kind of turns into oil. You just lather all over your face. It melts all of your makeup off. Then you kind of foam it up with some water and then rinse it off. Then you have to go in with a second cleaner because it's called a double cleanse. And I like the niacinamide cleaner because again, oily skin, niacinamide is my best friend. But you can do anything. You like CeraVe, whatever you want as your second cleaner. But this, I love Susan Yara and Naturium, but I've got to say I like this Clean It better than her version of the balm. It gets my makeup off easier. I'm sorry, Susan. She doesn't know who I am. She doesn't care. All right, you've seen it in all my videos. This is always my co-star. This is the Owala brand. I like it because it has a straw. I like drinking out of a straw for some reason. I got that on Amazon. It was $30 at the time. I think they're $20 now. But having cold water with me is the easiest way for me to get my water. And I can fill that up at night, like put ice and water in it. And the next morning there's still ice in it. Because I get up and pee in the middle of the night and, you know, I have to drink more. Speaking of peeing in the middle of the night, I have to have my lips like chapstick on them. Like once you start doing chapstick, you can't stop. You just can't. So if you're like me and you need something in the middle of the night, or you can put something on before bed so that your lips are like moisturized all night, this Aquaphor. I have the little Laneige here. I like this better. This is smooth and amazing. And if you want to like ask for it for Christmas and have someone else spend 20 bucks on some lip stuff, I actually like to do this more like when I know I'm going to do a red lip or something and put it on while I'm doing the rest of my makeup, then wipe it off and put my red lip on. But as far as at night, like I have to reapply that if I wake up to pee in the middle of the night. And I don't want to have to reapply my chapstick in the middle of the night. So now I don't have to reapply it when I put this Aquaphor. And this is like $5 versus $20. So this is a win for me. If you are like me, especially with winter coming up, and you don't want some gross chapped lips from sleeping all night, get you some of this. I find it in like the pharmacy area where all the other chapsticks are. And very last, but not least, we have some scent stuff. I think Bath and Body Works have the best candles, the best room sprays. They just fill my whole house with deliciousness. I like really bold scents, so they're my favorite. It's fall right now, so if it's fall or winter, leaves is probably burning at my house. It is amazing. Crisp apple, golden nectar, warm clove spice, natural oils. It smells like fall or Christmas. Just heavenly. And then my like all-time, like any time of the year favorite is the Cypress and Amber. It's not because it has my name in it, although it doesn't hurt. But it is just like a manly but also clean smell. Yes. Dark cypress, smoked amber, fresh bergamot, natural oils. Yes. Those are my two favorite candles. And then if you have not tried the room sprays from Bath & Body Works, you're missing out. I'm waiting for Black Friday because that's when I had gotten them previously. I got them for like $3 each, where they're normally like $8.50. Yeah, that's a lot. But I don't know if you can hear, there's still some in there, and I've had it for 2 years. I keep this in my car, so we just spray it whenever we need to in my car. It smells amazing. This is the spiced ginger, but we've had flannel, we've had all sorts of different ones. They all smell amazing. This is such a cute thing to keep on the back of your toilet because it looks cute, but it's bold. So if someone did something in your toilet and they're very embarrassed, just gonna one little squirt, no one knows. It's just heavenly smells. So, you know, keep this next to the poopery or something. I don't know. That was fun. I like doing favorites. All right, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. This is so much fun for me. Let me know if you liked this style, if you like to get ready with me, if you want some, makeup tutorials. If not, and you want to like, hey girl, stay in your lane, go to the gym. Like, okay, I can do that too. All right, guys, I'll see you on Saturday.